A very good morning to you and welcome to North Hobart Oval for the Banjo's Bakery Southern Football League Grand Final. It's a gala day here at North Hobart, home of football in Tasmania. My name is Tubes Taylor, a pleasure to have your company from wherever you are watching. A massive game as the crowd starts to build. We've got the Southern Storm taking on the minor premiers of the Colts in the Banjo's Bakery SFL, the Huonville Lions, as we come together for the formalities of this big match. The culmination of a lot of hard work by a number of volunteers, players, administrators, and of course the sponsors of the Southern Footy League. Cannot wait for what is a massive day of football here at North Hobart Oval.
Welcome to North Hobart Oval for today's
Let's cross down
SFL
to the Master of Ceremonies, Brent Costello.
Lions and Southern Storm. We acknowledge the Muwanina, the traditional and original owners of the land upon which today's game will be played. We recognise their continuing connection to land, water and culture and pay our respects to their elders past and present. We acknowledge the Aboriginal players who have played the game at all clubs, together with those of Aboriginal descent playing in today's games. Now, if you're able, please be upstanding and remove your caps for the Australian National Anthem.
Well, there you go. An enormous day here at North Hobart Oval of Southern Football League Premiership glory on the line. Cannot wait for this one. If we look at the Colts ladder for season 2024, this is how it ended up. The Huonville Lions on top of the ladder, 14 wins, 1 loss. The Brighton Colts were second, and the Southern Storm made up the numbers in third position. But this Huonville Lions side, a sensational season. They made their way into the grand final. As we see the captains out there ready for the toss of the coin. Dave Manshandon from the Southern Footy League says, I've pulled out a coin with 2 heads. Huonville Lions have called it. Jackson Richards there says we'll kick to the left of screen. But the Southern Storm in the last couple of weeks have really come into their own. They're playing good footy, the Colts from down south. Of course, the Storm are members of the Channel Football Club, Commandy Football Club and Signet Football Clubs all combined. In the last couple of weeks, they've kicked 170 points. Last week, they defeated the Brighton Robins 10 goals, 10 to 32 points. So a fair shellacking with a nice spread of players across the ground kicking 2 goals, including Archie Gill, Fraser Polly and Lucas Polly. Fraser Polly's one to watch for the Huonville Lions. Well, they've got a smattering of quality talent with Thorpe McCulloch, Sonny Welling, Ollie Colson played senior footy this year. So did Lockie Cordwell and Jackson Richards. But Alfie Cullen, he's the man to watch at full forward. The big number 34. Keep an eye on him at full forward for the Huonville Lions. He kicked 60 goals this season. Sonny Welling won the medal for the best, adjudged best in the comp. Keep your eyes on him. He's number 14. He'll be running through the midfield. A huge game of footy about to kick off here at North Hobart Oval. A little bit of moisture about. Well done to our umpires today who are running through the middle. In the field, we've got Eleanor Bird, Luke Bricknell and Matt Scott. In the boundary, Alex Mizzen and Sydney Sullivan. Darren Monks and Nikki Hayes in the umpire's position in goals. Eleanor Bird holds the ball aloft, and we're away for the 2024 grand final of the SFL Colts. Contested ball, you'd expect. Starting really nervously, these young fellas. They've been coming in the ground since 8 a.m. My name's Tubes Taylor from Triple M. We've been broadcasting live here from 7 this morning. Little fist came out, nicely done by Polly in the ruck. Out it comes now, Walter, can't get it away. Quick rush kick forward for the Huonville Lions. Cullen at the back, can't quite get there. Bouncing ball, clearing the kick there was Gorringe. He didn't get it all the way away though. Nice tackle laid, and it's a push in the back. It'll be a free kick going the way of the Huonville Lions. A little overzealous there from Charlie Gorringe. His kick wasn't great. And a free kick's being pulled out. It'll go to Thorpe McCulloch. The big number 1. Look at the thighs on him. How's the haircut too? Thorpe McCulloch will have a kick on goal here in the early stages of the first term. About a minute gone. Riley Thorpe McCulloch just wheels around, a bit of breeze about, and that one's actually gone across the face of goal. It hasn't got anywhere. Nicely done at the back there by Jacobson. And the umpire arrives and will ball it up. Check out the moulet work there on Pettit. He's grabbed it out of the ruck, just threw it away. Through came Gorringe. His kick is smothered off the boot, touched across the line for a boundary throw in. A minute 30 gone in the first term. Boundary throw in. Pettit in the ruck. I'll tell you what, Gorringe had a fair bit of it in the long sleeve. It's smartly. Cordwell came across the front. Nice tackle laid on Jacobson, and we've seen a high tackle here. There'll be a free kick going the way of the Huonville Lions. Jacobson to take the kick. There's Thorpe McCulloch making some areas. Richards out the side. Nice tackle laid there. Out of bounds. It's gone out of bounds. And the umpire finally arrives and says, give it to me. Ball comes in. Trying hard was Clifford. Nice tackle laid there by Richards. Kicked off the ground, that's all Huonville Lions. Richards got the handball out now. Here's Shaw bending one around the corner. It's through. Shaw gets the first for the Huonville Lions. And they're away in the first term. First blood goes to the Huonville Lions. 1-6 to the Southern Storm, yet to get an inside 50. Let's take a look at the replay. You can just see the numbers fast moving there from Jackson Richards to handball out. And then the finish from Shaw was sensational. 3 minutes gone in the first term of the Banjo's Bakery SFL Colts Grand Final. Richards came through, caught one high according to the umpire. A little hand over the shoulder. He's been good so far. Richards' left foot kick out wide. It's chopped off by Fraser Clark. Got the handball back as they move the ball forward. The Southern Storm. Trying hard at the bottom of the pack was Wallace. Richards is in there burrowing in as he loves to do. They're saying get it out, get it out, get it out, but no one can. Rushed kick just goes real high up and under. Punch forward. Down at the bottom of the pack there was Caldwell. Coming through fast was Gill. Gill gets a free kick. This is Archie Gill. His kick inside forward 50 for the first time, and chopping off the front there, nicely done, was Hendricks. Love to have hair like that as he almost gets tripped. Oh, through with pace there came Welling. Tackle without it. Oh, that's brilliant stuff there by Hendricks. Caught the free kick. Through the arms back. Smart footy. Kick long. Oh, that's chopped off beautifully again. Nice mark by the Huonville Lions player there as the ball rolls forward. Numbers here again. Clifford got the handball out the back. He's been busy there, Gorringe. Gorringe's kick is a real high up and under, and it's right in the middle of North Hobart Oval. Spewed out the back. Here comes Lockie Turnbull. He can't get a hold of it. And now it's a free kick. They've taken advantage of the Huonville Lions, and the kick comes out to grass. Gorringe is trying to get there first. Thought McCulloch for company, but the boundary line beats Old Comers. We'll see a boundary throw-in. He's been busy early. Thought McCulloch couldn't quite. Rushed kick from Gill. Just took his eyes off the footy there, did Burgess. Ball comes in right in the paint of 50 for the Huonville Lions. They're forward 50. Thrown off the ball was Johns. He'll get a free kick. Didn't have possession. Johns' kick. Down towards big Alfie Cullen. Got his hands to the footy. Couldn't quite take the mark though. Tackled there was Brock Jacobson rather. And then Gorringe get caught with a footy. Umpire says play on. The peanut gallery of the Huonville Lions have all come up from Huonville. Good morning to you. Wonderful to see such support for such young legends here at North Hobart. Handball came back towards Gill. He couldn't quite take the mark. Shaw trying hard. Boundary line beats them all again. And we've got a boundary throw. A little push and shove here. Thought McCulloch getting involved. Had the fresh fade today. Ball in. Kicked off the ground. There's big Lock Turnbull who sends it forward. Nice defensive work there by Filan, but the 50-50 contest ensued. Handball came out towards Duggan, and he's infringed upon his opponent there. So it's a free kick. Oh, no, he hasn't. It's holding the footy, so Duggan. Big Roy Duggan sends the ball inside forward 50. They'd love to get a goal here. The Port, as it wheels around, Max Polly got it towards goal. It bounces through. Scores a level. The Southern Storm get there first. And it's all tied up here at North Hobart Oval. Coming up to 8 minutes gone. How about the roving from Maxi Polly? Banged it on the boot too. Maybe wrong-footed a few and threaded it through the middle, and the old Stuckett down there, getting the crowd fired up and ready to go too. Might be Bevan Doreen. Back in the middle. Chance here for Thorpe. He can't quite. He manages to go back and get it. Give it up to Jack Walter. Walter gets smashed into tackle by Willing. Another big tackle late on Jacobson. And the umpire circles. And a ball up. One down by big Fraser Polly. Welling with clean hands, throws it on the left foot boot. Thought McCulloch at the back of the pack, got the hands on the footy and then gave it off. Out it comes now. He's already kicked one, sure, and maybe he's got two. He does! Wow. He is proving dangerous. Big Braden Shaw's got a couple in a grand final, and the quarter's only 9.5 minutes old. This was good from Thorpe McCulloch, got his hands free. Burgess rather got the handball off too. But the finish from Braden Shaw with a couple of goals to his name now, brilliant. Back in the middle, Huonville Lions 2 goals, 12, lead Storm, 1 goal, zip, 6. Richards down towards Thorpe McCulloch. Nice work by Charlie Gorringe. Thorpe McCulloch handball to no one in particular. Gorringe went in and got it. Big tackle laid. Umpire circle says give the ball up, thanks. And it'll be a boundary throw-in again. Out it comes. Oh, he's again Shaw. Bend one back. Did that get touched off the boot? It'll be out of bounds for a throw-in anyway. Hopefully we miss a bit of this rain that's supposed to come for Hobart. Gill got his handball back. Gorringe rushed kick. Through fingertips here. Came out the back for Clark and then a quick rushed kick. Clark trying hard again. Welling got his handball away. Only as far as so many. Thorpe McCulloch with a great tackle. They're just handballing in panic here at the moment. Wallace got it forward, but Richards floats across and takes a mark. He's about 25, 30 metres out. He'll kick from about 40. And he'll look to put the Huonville Lions up by 12 points. His kick's no good. In fact, it's chopped off nicely. No, it's through for a behind. So Richards' kick misses the mark. Puts them up by 7 points. Deciding to play on the Storm. Bring it out towards Polly. Polly's hand got to the footy. Handballed over the top looking for Walter. Jack that is. Got his kick forward. Little one out for Polly. Polly's quick rush kick. They've got numbers out here. It's a foot race. If Malcolm Hendricks gets near it, he won't. It's through for Sculthorpe. His dad won a prize on the Triple M Breakfast with Kaz and Tubes prize wheel yesterday. And today he's getting his name in the paper for a goal in the grand final. Noah Sculthorpe. Great work by Polly in the middle to just rush that ball forward. And again, the contest provided there was sensational. They just had numbers running out the back. Sculthorpe ran into an open goal and drilled it. This is good footy. 13 minutes gone. In the first term of the 2024 Banjo's Bakery SFL Colts Grand Final. Ruck contest, one down by Johns, and there's a free kick being pulled out. It'll go the way of the danger man Shaw. Shaw's kick, a real high up and under. Punched away from behind, was brilliant. Now a chance for Colson. He couldn't quite get the ball on where he wanted it, and now he's just thrown it away there. Umpire on the wrong side. Bending this one around towards goal is Lovell. And no, can't quite get there. Through for a behind. Polly to bring the ball out. Long kick. Looking for Walter and co. And nice mark taken by Hamish Burge. Burge with a left foot kick. Down towards Pettit and co. Pettit had one grab. He couldn't get the second one. Now he's going to absolutely monster a bloke. And we'll see a ball up. You wouldn't want to get in the way of big Toby Pettit. He's a huge man. Look at that. He just snatches it out of the ruck. Umpire's pulled out a free kick for throwing it, so it'll go the way of cross. It was a short kick on. Decided to go longer still. Polly will throw it across the front of the pack. Out it comes from Wilder. He gathered the footy and then ran into two lines. And it'll be a ball up. Rush kick was touched off the boot. And it'll be a boundary throw-in. Ball in. Just forward of centre wing for the Huonville Lions. Down it comes. Walter got a rush kick. And umpire says not 15 play on as the Lovekin got it away. Now rush kick inside forward 50 for the Huonville Lions. A bit of chaos footy here at the moment. Down the back comes Sculthorpe. Got his handball away and a short kick finds Walter. Walter's got Gill at centre wing. If he wants to go in that direction, decides against that and goes a bit further afield. Gill jumped up high, went and managed to get there. Richards, now a chance for big Lock, who gets tackled hard. That's Turnbull, and the umpire says free kick for a tackle off the ball. And it'll go the way of the Storm. Wallace to take the kick. Richards flew high. Nice fist came over the back. That was Tom Gorringe. And now we'll see another boundary throw in as it's still in this same spot. So a bit of an arm wrestle here at the 16-minute mark of the first term of the Colts grand final. Bit of an arm wrestle. Rushed kick, nicely done. Burge got it forward. Handball came up from Clark. Big tackle laid. Richards, the recipient of the kick. It's going to land in someone's hand. Out it comes now. Duggan. Oh, a little sandwich there, and in came Richards a little high. And the umpire says, no, Tubes, you were wrong. I'll ball it up, thank you. Down it comes now. Duggan got it forward through fingertips. Gill took the mark, then gets called to play on. Jumping on him hard there was Hendricks. And Hendricks says, what's going on? I think Archie Gill thought he'd taken the mark. Malcolm. Not many young Malcolms these days. Good name though. Bouncing out the back for Colson. Colson gets tackled by Gill, picked up by Welling. Welling gets absolutely poleaxed by a couple of Storms players. And now it's out of bounds for the first time on the George Miller stand side of the ground for a boundary throw-in at centre wing. So the nerves just starting to settle here. It's a 2-point margin in favour of the Huonville Lions. They lead 2-2-14 to the Storm, 2-12. Richards been so good. Throws it on the boot. Now it's a foot race. Who's going to get there first? It'll be Gorringe. Thorpe McCulloch for company. Gorringe goes back, gets it back towards his teammate there in Alpine. He can't gather. Through came Walter. As the rush kick goes forward. Out on the full. Rush kick goes forward from Jacobson. Cullen at the back, punched across the line for a rush behind. Margin now 3 points. If there's a breeze, it's probably going to the Storm's end at the moment. Quite a chillsome breeze. As we heard, there was snow in Port Arthur today. There's a little push in the back there from a few players. Duggan's trying hard on Colson. Gets ripped off the footy. Play on's the call. Umpire just squirts the ball out the back. Scoopy handball going, looking for Gorringe. He's been busy today, Gorringe, as that one bends around towards the big fella there in Lock Turnbull. And we'll see a boundary throw in. How's the frizz from Lock Turnbull there? Wowee. Looks a bit angry too, doesn't he? Nice work by the danger man, Shaw. He's tackled high. And he'll go back and have a shot at his third, if you don't mind. 3 goals in a grand final in a quarter. Could be the story of the game for Braden Shaw. It certainly will be. In he comes. It's fading, it's fading. It's just through from behind. So his first blemish for Braden Shaw in the term. The Huonville Lions at the 20-minute mark. It's coming up for 20 minutes. I think the siren will go. It will. No time on in the Colts. So it is quarter time here at North Hobart Oval. The Huonville Lions 2-4-16 lead the Southern Storm 2-12. Goal kickers for the Huonville Lions. Well, it's been the Braden Shaw show. He's got a couple. And Max Polly, he's got one for the Southern Storm. So does Noah Sculthorpe. And it's been a pretty even contest. Think better players. Jackson Richards has been sensational for the Huonville Lions. So has Braden Shaw. We've seen Colson doing some good things on the wing there. Riley Thorpe McCulloch has been very good. Brock Jacobson's had a bit of the footy as well. And for the Southern Storm, well, it's been the young fella off half-back, Charlie Gorringe. He's been the best for them, I would have thought. Big Max Polly has been very good too. And we've seen Jack Wallace get a bit of the footy. There's been plenty of contributors, though, across the field. Oh, we better lock in old Jack Walter as well. He's been pretty good, and young Archie Gill. Let's take a look at the highlights for the quarter. This is the first goal of the game. It was a clinical finish from Braden Shaw. He almost did the same thing twice. That was great handball out. This one, Max Polly roving his own work as well, bending one round. Brilliant stuff by the young star from the Southern Storm. And then this piece of work by Thorpe McCulloch was excellent. Again, another finish from Braden Shaw through the goals, and you love to see it. It's a 4-point margin here. Oh, this was the running goal from Noah Sculthorpe. Look at the mullet flowing in the background. Don't you love that too? Brilliant footy here at North Hobart Oval. It's a 4-point margin in favour of the Huonville Lions. They lead 2-4-16 to the Southern Storm 2-12. My name is Tubes Taylor. I'm going to take a quick break here, collect our thoughts, and be back with the second term in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. It's Banjo's Bakery, SFL Grand Final Day. Well, welcome back to the broadcast here of the Southern Football League Grand Final. It's the Colts, the Huonville Lions versus the Southern Storm. It's a tight match. It's a 4-point margin in favour of the Huonville Lions. The Southern Storm have come right at the right time of the season. They're playing good footy, but the side that is dominating the whole season has been the Huonville Lions. They met in round 2. It was a 69-point victory to the Huonville Lions. Then they met in round 7. The Huonville Lions won by 124. Then they met again in round 9. It was a 38-point victory to the Huonville Lions. They met again in round 10. It was a 24-point victory to the Huonville Lions. They met again in round 14. 103-point victory to the Huonville Lions. But you can just see right now the Storm have come to play. They've got a few senior boys back that have played a bit of senior footy, and Max Polly, I think Jack Walter played a little bit of senior footy. Archie Gill certainly played senior footy as well. So they stiffened them up a little bit, and it's 4-point margin here at quarter time. Pettit in the ruck, couldn't win it down. Welling came through. They got numbers out the back here, got in there each other's way there. Fraser Clark tried hard. Duggan bends one back around the corner. It's a bouncing ball here. Polly grabs a hold of the footy, gets tackled hard, then got his handball away. Bevan Doreen got pushed off the footy there. Maybe could have been a free kick against Brodie Duggan. Pettit in the ruck. One down. Out it comes now. Setchell. I should say Stekic. Stekic. I think that's right. Apologies if I'm getting that wrong. Young Cooper. And the fluorescent white-orange boots there. Light orange. Picked up by Wallace. He's tackled hard. And the umpire circles and will ball it up. Welling going head-to-head with Gill. Two of the stars of the competition. Fraser Polly there infringed upon the big Pettit. Pettit gives it off, and Richards just got his kick away. It's a beauty down the throat of Thorpe McCulloch. Wheeling around, there's a fair bit of space in front of big Alfie Cullen, so he goes in that direction. Cullen comes from a long way, got his fist in, did the defender in Duggan, Walter. Flying at the back, Fraser Clark can't get a hold of it. He dove on it then, and the umpire circles and said, no, you can't dive on it, Fraser. It's a free kick going the way of Duggan. Green boots too. Nice. Oh, that's good. Burgess took the mark and then was called to play on. Welling wheels around. And, oh, gee, Gorringe just dropped what he should have taken. Heard maybe the numbers coming and they didn't arrive. And now the umpire circles finally and says, give it to me, fellas, I'll ball it up. And the umpire again just circles, as we found out number 37 is actually Charlie Polly. So thanks very much, Charlie. A little late number change. Gill arrived and got tackled hard by Richards, and it'll be a ball up. Deep inside the forward 50 for the Huonville Lions. Duggan came through. He's had plenty of the footy, got his ball out to Gill. Gill with a rush kick, got it off towards Duggan. Duggan cleverly taps it on and brutally kicks the ball forward as it beats all comers and goes across the boundary for a ball in. Ball in just forward of 50 for the Huonville Lions. Pettit wins it down only as far as Fraser Clark, and the umpire circles and will ball it up again. Ruck contest. Richards dove on it, got it out towards Shaw. Fraser Clark got his kick forward, and the old 1-2 grab taken by Lockie Caldwell. At centre wing, had a little bit of senior experience for the Huonville Lions. Sends a real high up and under, big fly at the back, came from Thorpe McCulloch. Bouncing ball over the back for Clark. Welling, happy to see it across the line. He's dumped into the ground. Clark shouldn't have done that. And now this is just on for young and old. Walters in there, Thorpe McCulloch, everyone's in there. Just a bit silly in the grand final. Someone needs to pull out the footy and just throw it up. Thorpe McCulloch's in there, Walter again. Just unnecessary, I think, from Fraser Clark there. They've called the rucks, and it's game on. Punch down, Gill can't get a hold of it. Now he can. It's at his kneecaps. Caldwell came in hard, and now the umpire will ball it up. Richards got it out only as far as Gill. Gill's kick came around the corner and it'll beat all comers. As I welcome my co-commentator, special comments today from Triple M itself, Nick Zammit. Good morning to you.
Tubes, absolutely delighted to be here. It's good to see there's a bit of feeling in this one.
There is 4 points the margin here, and you know you had to pack up the kit there at Triple M, so you've done a good job to get down to the old studio and come on back as Duggan wrestles one out, sends an inside out Torp down towards his forward, throwing over the back. Oh, just played on there, did Sculthorpe, didn't have to. Got it off as the ball rolls forward. The kick came from Lucas Polly and it's gone through for a behind. Conditions, tell us about them, please.
So it's a fascinating game. There's a little bit of slip. I was able to check out the field a little bit earlier today before the boys got onto it.
Yep.
It looks like a cracking surface to play on. It's really, the groundskeepers have done a tremendous job here.
Well, considering how much footy's been played on it in the last couple of weeks, as the ball goes inside forward 50 through the fingertips of Polly, rush kick forward again, came from Bevan Doreen, another behind. So they're peppering the goals at the moment, the Southern Storm. The margin back to 2 points. Bringing the ball in is Filand. His kick is a beauty, going on towards Richards. Getting in the way there was Polly. Now it comes down for Welling. Welling's kick, bending one around the corner. Too hot for big Alfie Cullen, and the umpire sort of got in the way there. Scoopy little handball came out the back. Now a chance for the Huonville Lions as they move forward. Thorpe McCulloch gets it on the boot, and a man over the back. There's been a free kick downfield for an off-the-ball issue. It'll be a free kick going to Brock Jacobson. Downfield too, right in front of goal.
You'd be thinking bank this, wouldn't you? Oh. 6 points to the good here.
Yeah, just a little overzealous in the contest behind the play, and in comes Brock Jacobson. He's been given a gift in front of goal, and he makes no mistake.
Sign still delivered.
Straight over the goal umpire's hat. Another goal to the Huonville Lions. The margin out to 8 points. The Huonville Lions 3-4-22 lead the Storm 2-2-14 as the rain starts to fall. Let's take a look at the replay here. Talk us through it, Nick.
It was just a little bit unnecessary, wasn't it? It was, as you said, the word overzealous was no need whatsoever. It looked pretty certain to be a goal anyway. It was put in the right area, and it was just made sure of it there. Alpine
just getting a little keen.
It's hard not to on a day like this. Grand final day, the energy is absolutely electric, so it's easy to happen.
Yeah, at this stage of the competition, though, I think you've just got to stay a little bit more calm. As Walter tries a little bit of blind turn, there's a man down behind play. Keep an eye on that for me, Nick, as the ball stays inside. Sculthorpe trying his hardest to keep it in. And it'll be a boundary throw. What have we got there, Nick?
Back up, a little bit tender there. Looked like a bit of a shot to the ribs, but he's a little bit ginger coming off the field. But I think he'll carry on. A little bit of a R&R for a minute or two, but he'll push on.
Yeah, just a bit of a winded there. Burgess through with pace. He's a strong bull. It's Fraser Polly who's down behind play. They breathe the Polly's tough down Signet Huonville way. Here's another Polly, bending one around. He got tackled hard. The kick went sky high. Bouncing ball. Caldwell's in there. Gill trying hard. Duggan caught one high there to Gill. He looks up at the umpire. The umpire's on the wrong side and said, I didn't see much there, Archie. We'll ball her up.
Yeah, Fraser Polly still nilled over there. Got the hands behind.
What happened?
He's got the hands behind the head. He's still pushing on, though.
Yeah,
it's good to see him still out there. He's a tough boy.
Bit winded, bit winded. Off it comes to Duggan. Duggan's kick only as far as Wallace. Tugged off the ball there. The Huonville Lions players just want to keep it in here. Trying to get it out though. Out it comes now for Colson. Colson with a handball looking for Willing. Out the back for Gill. He's got to turn a toe. Throws it on the boot. Right on the paint of 50. Long kick going back with the flight. Didn't have to get there in the end, Hendricks, and it goes through from behind.
Cracking left foot there though. Looked good off the boot. Just tailed left a little bit there. But hell of a shoe.
Hell of a shoe. 7 points the margin. Richards couldn't quite get it. Now the little tap on from Polly. Polly's kick goes down towards another big man coming out from the Storm. Gorringe, he's had plenty of it in the first term. Couldn't quite gather. There's Turnbull. Welling got a handball away. Was it a throw? Umpire said no. Oh, nice bit of fancy work there by the Huonville Lions, but it's all Storm here. There's time to assess. Gathering the ball there nicely was Travolta. His kick goes long. Going back with the flight courageously was Woolley. Woolley's kick goes forward. Here's Cullen. Gee, first time he's had his hands on the footy nearly. Out the back now. Big tackle laid on Richards. Handball came out from Thorpe McCulloch. Burgess at the paint of 50. Polly tackled hard late, but it's a kick inside forward 50 and an easy mark in the end to the Huonville Lions. I think that's Brady Harris that's going back to kick for goal. Directly in front, 20 metres out. It is. What do you make of that?
Lovely delivery inside. Going forward at the moment, Huonville just have that little bit more of a cutting edge, just finding targets inside 50.
Harris sends the ball towards goal and he's missed. So a little let go there for the Storm. Margin back out to 8. So we see the ultimate resis from Sorrell. They've just arrived on the bus. Quick rush kick forward there by Cross. Couldn't get there. Polly throws it on the boot. Bouncing ball. Here's another Polly. Got the handball inside looking for his teammate. Couldn't, little too much for Vandercroft. And now it's out on the full. So a free kick going to the Storm. It'll be Walter of the Jack variety taking a kick from on the half-forward line. How good does the Clennants Mitre 10 Sharon look with the gold labelling?
It is a hell of a pill. They have done a tremendous job there. Clennant's doing wonderful things for the footy down here in Tassie.
Long kick inside forward 50. Colson couldn't take the mark. Welling came through, almost scooped it up with a throw. Umpire said, yeah, it was. No, connected off the ball. So a free kick against the Storm. So a little bit of undisciplinary acts creeping into the game, Nick.
And they're going to pay the price for it eventually. If these keep to mount up, like we've seen it already inside forward 50, they are paying the price. So they just need to simmer down a little bit and play some good footy. Hit targets and settle it down a little bit at this point.
Like that to Burgess. That should be 50. It won't be, though. Burgess's handball gave it off to Cordwell. Cordwell's kick going long and deep. Numbers with the Storm. Through came Gorringe. They just can't get their first touch right, the Storm. As Thorpe McCulloch ends up with the footy, and we'll see a ball up. Eleanor Bird, the umpire there, doing a great job for the Tasmanian Football Umpires Association here. Jacobson trying hard. The tackle was big. They know how to tackle in this league, let me tell you. They're smashing each other. Gill came through, got one high, arm over the shoulder. Umpire on the wrong side, ball up.
Good to see the heavens have ceased for the time being.
For the time being, that's right. I think we're going to get a bit more rain as that one comes out for Polly. Handball went back. They're just panicking a little bit. Overuse of the holding footy well. Richards will take the mark. Short kick on was good. Shaw. Wheels around. Punch came over the top, nicely done. Now a chance for the Storm. They just got to clear it. Clifford tackle with the footy, holding the ball. And he was dumped too. So Jacobson already got a goal. He's got a man inside in Thorpe McCulloch. You can't have a man standing there like that.
And that's the difference between the two teams at the moment, isn't it? Being able to find targets.
Thought McCulloch will go back. Slide angle. Kick from 40. It's an interesting pocket to kick from. And it's a nice kick. It's not going to get the journey. Alfie Cullen, 1-2 grab. Well, he's kicked 60 goals in the season proper. He'll go back and have a shot here for his first real look at it in the SFL Grand Final. You can't leave him like that. And he's kicked the goal. A little bit of leverage here for the Huonville Lions. The margin now out to 14 points. 4-5-29. The Huonville Lions lead the Southern Storm 2-3-3. What do you think of that, Mark?
Beautiful mitts from Alfie Cullen there. He has had a ripper of a season, and it's good to see him actually get a nice early goal.
Let's take a look at it. He just got a clear run at it. Everyone thought that was going through for a goal. Alfie Cullen, the big man, he's a monster.
Made light work of that.
He sure did.
Dangerous signs at the moment for the Southern Storm. It's pulled out to 14 points, Tubes.
Yeah, Pettit sends the ball forward. A little bit of falconering work. Gorringe got his kick smothered. Gee, it was a fair smother too. It sent him flying. Rushed kick came out by Clark. Wheeling around Colson. Gets it down towards Cullen. And that's a strong mark. Taken by Walter. Walter gives it off quickly to Fraser Clark. Bouncing ball over the back. Richards smart to Welling. Almost a slow motion kick, but gee, it's a beauty. Oh, just through the midst there. Big Alfie Cullen gets past one, gets past two. Bouncing ball got point. He looks dangerous.
He's looking lively. The last couple of minutes, he's really finding his footing in this game. And that, if you're a Southern Storm fan, that is very worrying.
Yeah, you don't want to get it in the midst of Alfie Cullen. If he starts to get confident, watch out. Long kick, but gee, it's all Huonville Lions here. Somehow comes Turnbull. Somehow Turnbull 50-50 that contest. $61 goals in the season for Alfie Cullen. That's fair going, isn't it?
It's having a crack.
Didn't kick a goal in the qualifying final, though.
Was he saving them for grand final day?
Possibly. Burgess got the ball back to Richards. Richards got jumped on by Jack Wallace. We'll see a ball in. Right on the paint of 50. 16 3/4 minutes gone in the second term. Pettit really had a great game in the ruck. Tackled nicely. That's holding the footy every day of the week. Well done, Clifford. Doesn't know which way he's going. Gives it off to Max Polly, who sends the ball long at the back. Sculthorpe can't quite. Walter just ran over the footy, and they all run over the footy. Now a chance for Sculthorpe. He bends one around the corner. Gee, had a couple of runners inside. It's through anyway. Sculthorpe's got two. One in each term, and they stay in touch, do the Southern Storm. 3-3-21. The Southern Storm trail the Huonville Lions 4-6-30.
Prez answered just before halftime. That is huge for momentum heading into halftime and into the third quarter there, Tubes.
It is. I thought he was getting a bit keen. He had a runner down there in his captain, Jack Walter. Sculthorpe made no mistake. Through the guts for a big 6-pointer. If they can get another one here, they'll be happy. There's about 2 minutes to go in the term. Another goal here just makes it interesting for the Southern Storm. On the contrary, it'll give them a bit of breathing room. If they get one, the Huonville Lions. Wallace got it forward. Nice mark by Turnbull. Turnbull gives it off to Gill. He's a beautiful kick. He sends it high and long and inaccurately through for another point.
Big let off there for the Lions. That was broke for Gill nicely there. Got it on the left peg and just couldn't quite put it through.
Long kick up the centre wing. Richards takes the mark. Numbers in the guts. He's got Hendricks all by himself. He decides to go defensively down the wing and send a worm burner towards Colson. Fending off, that was tidy work, but trapped by another Southern Storm player. Punched away. Here's one for Turnbull, bending it back towards the big fella there in Burgess. Handball just thrown away by Lovekin. Rush kick, maybe a push off the ball. Umpire says no, Tubes, mind your own business. Will umpire, thanks. And it's out of bounds for a ball in. 40 seconds to go in the term. 40 seconds to go in the half. The Huonville Lions lead 4-6. Look at that pre-game pie for the Sorrel Eagles legend over there. And the boys from the Sorrel Eagles absolutely loved it. Caldwell got his kick away. Colson threw the ball away. No, umpire says play on. Wallace bends one around. They need a mark here. Can Polly take it? He can't. Bouncing ball out the back. Rushing towards goal. This is going to roll. Oh, my goodness. That might have been Lucas Polly down there.
7
for another behind.
What an ending that would have been to the half there, Tubes.
Would have been a hot finish. As there goes the siren at half-time. Gee, that was a tightly contested quarter. The Huonville Lions lead 4-6-30 to the Storm, 3-5-23. Goal kickers for the Storm. We've got 2 to Noah Sculthorpe and 1 to Max Polly. For the Huonville Lions, it's 2 to Braden Shaw, 1 to Brock Jacobson, and Alfie Cullen has 1 too. It is a very tight game. It's 7 points the margin here at halftime in the Banjo's Bakery SFL Colts Grand Final. Let's take a look at your highlights. This was the downfield free kick, the unnecessary stuff that we saw there, and it really was a gimme to Brock Jacobson in the end. A little unnecessary, but that's footy. We saw Riley Thorpe McCulloch get a free kick and thread the needle. Alfie Cullen took the mark. Classic. Thorpe McCulloch didn't kick that goal. It was a mark on the line to this bloke, wasn't it? I'm getting myself wrong. Didn't he love it too, the big fella?
Fired up. And how could you not be on grand final day, Tubes?
Absolutely not. This is a great goal to Sculthorpe, bending one around the bend. Through the guts. How good. They loved it. All right. It's halftime here in the Banjo's Bakery SFL Grand Final for the Colts. The Huonville Lions 4-6-30 lead the Southern Storm 3-5-23. My name's Tubes Taylor. I'm joined by Nick Zammit. We're both from Triple M Breakfast with Kaz and Tubes. It's a pleasure to have your company. We'll be back shortly with the second half of the Grand Final in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. Well, you can see that it is raining here at North Hobart Oval. It's a little bit slippery. Tubes Taylor here with you for the Banjo's Bakery SFL Colts Grand Final. The second term about to get underway. It's a 7-point margin in favour of the favoured Huonville Lions. The Southern Storm, though, really hanging on. 7 points the margin here as we get to the start of the third term. I'm joined by Nick Zammit from Triple M. Good morning, Nick.
Thank you, Tubes. Delighted to be here.
Of course you are. And what do you think this rain does?
I tell you what, it's going to turn it into an absolute dogfight. Not that it wasn't already, but we're really going to see the class of some of these players who have played senior footy, the Max Pollys for the Southern Storm, the Archie Gills. They're really going to have to come into their own and wrestle back momentum from Huonville here.
Shaw got it forward. It's in the forward 50 for the Huonville Lions. It's rushed out of there, though. Touched away. Gathering the ball there was Johns. He couldn't quite get his foot to the footy. It sneaks out the back. Here's a chance for Bevan Doreen. It didn't sit for him. He managed to keep his feet on the ball, though, and it's a free kick going to Colson. So the Python throws it on the boot. Oh, it's smothered. Got to get back off the mark a little bit there, Python. And Polly gets it forward. And it's a nice mark taken by another Polly in Lucas. He's kicked two behinds. It could have been an interesting one. Scrappy ball inside forward 50. Touched away, nicely defended. Handball came out to no one in particular. Gill throws it on the boot. Bouncing ball, does it sit? It doesn't. Oh, rush work there was good by Fireland, and it goes through for a rush behind.
Fantastic work from Gill to get it out, but unfortunately a hard bounce there.
First score of the third term goes to the Storm. The margin now just 6 points. Handball came out. They got numbers here. Oh, they just let the ball slip there, did Harris. The rain's starting to really come down.
Didn't pay dividends there, but great to see McCullough prepared to take the game on and get the ball moving quickly.
Oh, you love to see it. You love to see it. It's great footy. Welling in his slow motion kick. Throws it on the boot. Ball comes forward. Kicked off the ground by Clark, and he'd be happy to see this across the line, Clark. They can't quite get it there, and now finally it goes across the line. Through for behind.
Love nothing more than seeing Clark's jersey torn to pieces there.
Oh.
Heart and soul.
Yeah.
Everything and but.
Not a huge fan of what he did out there, though. Just throwing one of the great players of the competition in Welling off the ball. Richards was strong. Gill came over the top with a nice tackle. Out to meet the footy. The Huonville Lions would love to get a goal here. Rushed, clearing kick from the Storm. Goes to half back. They're 7 or 8 Huonville Lions fly at the footy. Bouncing ball, Richards can't get it out. Rush kick by Wallace is a real high up and under, sitting under the footy. Waiting for it was Duggan. Through came Turnbull, couldn't gather the footy. Rush kick off the ground. Now a quick kick forward by Sculthorpe. He's all by himself, Doreen. He's going to run into an open goal. Needs to throw it on the boot. He could, but he can't get there. It's not going to make the journey. And defensive work was great. Polly's there. He keeps his feet in the contest. Got a handball up to Polly. Rush goal! Lucas Polly, brilliant by Max Polly, and scores are level.
Tubes,
Wow.
absolutely phenomenal stuff there. Made hard work of it, but got the job done, and it is all tied up. The Polly boys involved.
Absolutely brilliant work by Max Polly. Strength in the contest. Keep your feet in the wet, kids. If you're watching this game, this will show you why you've got to keep your feet. It was a rush kick from Bevan Doreen. He just didn't have the numbers. Fireland trying to go back, just fell over. Then Max Polly, look at him here, held his feet, got his handball up to what I'm going to say is his brother or cousin or something, and Lucas Polly kicks the goal. What a beauty. Game on.
That's huge from Max Polly. We spoke about it a little bit in the second quarter, composure, and that's what he's shown there.
Now they've got numbers around the footy. Another handball came out from Fraser Polly. Torn off the ball there was Wallace, and the crowd goes berserk. But it's landed in the arms of Duggan. Duggan's kick deep inside forward 50, all by himself. Oh, couldn't take the mark. Sculthorpe's there. Bouncing ball out the back of it, squirts out towards the Roy Kazali stand. It'll be all Storm, but unfortunately, the umpire will ball it up. Inside forward 50 for the Storm. Ball just bobbling around here at half forward, diving on the ball. The Port player, the Huonville Lions player, handball came out to Welling. Welling's rush kick around the corner, through fingertips here. Tapping the ball on there was Clark. Did really well. Just keep your feet, son. He's happy to see it across the line, and he almost gives Christy Johnson a kiss. A little push and shove here. They love it too, don't they, the boys? A little bit of fun.
They're stuck in.
Clark's getting involved. Real tension in the air.
Isn't there? You could cut it with a knife at the moment.
Boundary throwing.
That's what finals footy's all about.
Through the fingertips there. Gill gathers. Wheels around on the left foot. Just pops a high up and under. Richards touched. Play on was the call from the umpire. Connection between the legs. No. The umpire says play on. Duggan trying hard. Scooping the ball back there was Woolley. He can't gather. Gill tried hard again. Was tackled without the footy. Walter will get the free kick. No, it'll go to Gill. So he's a big left foot kick here. He's at centre wing. Sends the ball down towards Sculthorpe. They'll fly from behind. Polly in front. Rove the ball beautifully there, did Wallace. He throws it on the boot, and is that a mark? It is to Polly. Lucas Polly proving the dangerous player inside forward 50. He looks at his brother, Max. I'm going to say brother, cousin, who knows, and says, we'll go back and have a shot here. Give us your tip here, Nick.
I think it fades to the right here. I reckon he's got the legs, but fades right.
Well, his left foot kick just to the top of the square through a number of fingers. Bouncing at the back. It's touched off the ground. It's touched over the line. The umpire's called touch. Turnbull was tight there. Let's take a look. That's a good mark.
Great hands. They're finding a cutting edge to the Storm here with the weather.
Rush kick forward. Who's going to get there first? Leading the race is Trav Walter. Does the ball sit for him? He's got Archie Cullen for company, and Archie's happy to see him across the line. In front of the boat that we're giving away on Triple M at half-time for the seniors.
Absolutely thrilled. Cannot wait to do that one.
You get that one. If you can land it's a boot for a boat promotion thanks to Triple M and our mates at Channel Marine. You can win that boat. How good.
Imagine driving away in that one today, Tubes. Probably not a day to be on the water, but...
No, not really. Ruck contest. Wallace tried hard. Thorpe McCulloch got it away. Clever touch. Welling gathered. Handballed. Back to Thorpe McCulloch. Numbers here with the Storm. Rush kick. Bouncing ball. Got to attack the footy in the wet. Handball just came to the nose of Gorringe. Punched away by Duggan, I think. Now a quick rush kick by Charlie Polly. Umpire circles and says, I'll ball it up. Thanks, fellas. Now, sorry.
No, Jacobson locking that one in. It's a good area to be in at the moment, Tubes.
Spot on there, Nick Zammit. Your special comments for the day. Rush kick came out by Turnbull, and sitting underneath the footy all by himself is Cordwell. Had a little bit of taste of senior footy this year, Lockie Cordwell. He pops it up down in the Cullen direction. A little too much on it for him, and it beats all comers and will roll out of bounds for a boundary throw-in.
The stage is set, isn't it, Tubes? Going into the last quarter, you can just feel it. The anticipation, the excitement, the energy in the ground is building.
Yeah, Storm 4-7-31 lead the Huonville Lions 4-6-30. Ruck contest, one down. No one really wants the footy, so Alfie Cullen goes in to get it. He dives on the footy, and the Storm say, oh, is that holding the ball, umpire? Well, he had no prior opportunity, fellas, so it'll be a ball up. Alfie Cullen. Talked to him in the first game of the match. First game of the season, rather. First game of the match, Tubes. Lighten up. Willing. Dropped the footy. Got thrown away by Walter, and it's called holding the footy. So it's actually Wallace, rather, not Walter, Wallace. He's got a kick now for Seb Cross. He goes in a different direction towards Max Polly, who worked his way to the front and took a great contested mark. Now the short kick's on to Gill in the centre of North Hobart Oval. He wheels around, sends the ball up towards Lucas Polly. He takes the mark. He's got a number deep in Sculthorpe. Instead, he waits for Sculthorpe to lead through fingertips. Colson couldn't get it. Now a kick off the ground. It's a rush to the footy. Who's going to get there first? Maybe Richards. He does. He handballs back inboard. Finds a man in Hendricks. Hendricks' kick doesn't favour his teammate in Burgess. Burgess went and got the footy. Out it comes for Cross. Rather, it was Alpine. Now the quick kick forward by the Huonville Lions will be out on the full. And a free kick going to Fraser Clark. It's a real arm wrestle, Nick.
Isn't it what? It's I don't know who you'd be tipping at this point, but the Poly boys are certainly making their presence felt in this third quarter for the Storm, and have really wrestled things back in the Storm's favour.
This one's out of bounds, so we'll see a boundary thrown at centre wing.
Max and Lucas on that last play a moment ago, really just finding each other well, getting touches on the footy, and have just slowed the tempo a little bit, showing a bit more composure this quarter.
Would like to have seen a run and get past Lucas Polly there to send the ball deep into Sculthorpe, who was all by himself in the goal square, but they couldn't get it there. Welling, out of the ruck contest it came. Clifford can't gather, leaves it for Clark. Boundary throw in at right on the paint of 50 for the Huonville Lions. It's a tightly contested match. The Storm lead by a point. 10.5 minutes gone in the premiership quarter. We knew it was going to be a tight contest. They've been absolutely smashed all year by this side, the Storm, as that kick comes down toward Cullen. And when he's in front like that, you just can't get around him.
What do you do to stop that? You cannot stop that.
It was a brilliant delivery. I think it came in from Shaw, who's just electric all day. And there's not much there that Trav Wilder could do. Now it's just about the kick. His 62nd goal for the season. In he comes, the young star from the Huonville Lions, Alfie Cullen. He loves it. They're back in front, the Huonville Lions, by 5 points. And maybe right there is the man who replaces the Prince of Judbury, Mickey Paul, in the forward line when Mick Paul decides to retire. Alfie Cullen. He gets his confidence up, you just can't stop him.
There's few certainties in life. Death, taxes and Alfie Cullen putting it through the big sticks, and we've seen it firsthand right there, Tubes. 2 goals for Alfie Cullen, taking his tally for the season to 62. An unbelievable effort by a young star of the SFL competition. Walter got his handball out to Duggan. Duggan turns one way, then the other, then the left foot kick goes up towards Polly, who's in front. Wallace got absolutely barreled, then went and got the footy. He barreled through Thorpe McCulloch. Scoop handball comes out now to Shaw. Shaw's kick goes deep inside forward 50. Cullen again! Just landed in the breadbasket. He turns around and brushes old Trav Wilder off and says, go back a couple, Trav. I'm having another shot on goal. Just landed in the guts. And he'll go back and have a shot again at his 3rd goal, if you don't mind. Alfie Cullen for goal number 3, and to give them a bit of breathing room, taking their margin to 11 points. No good. He's involved though. He is firing up big Alfie Cullen, and that is a worrying sign for the Southern Storm.
Well, the delivery was excellent.
It's fascinating. The Huonville Lions getting back into it with the weather starting to ease a little bit. The rain favouring the Storm.
Thought McCulloch got the handball away. And tackled without the ball there might have been Tommy Hendricks. And the umpire says play on. Was that going to be 50? How is it not, they're saying? Is that a free kick against? I missed what happened there.
Welling was off to the races.
Yeah, he was.
Unfortunately at the wrong track, mate, it would seem.
Maybe a high tackle. So the Storm. Real high up and under there from Wallace. Get under that. The bottom of the pack, Duggan can't shrug the tackle. Tried. Welling picked up nicely by Thorpe. And the umpire circles for a ball up. Very well umpired. The TFUA have done a sensational job all season. If you're keen to stay involved in footy but don't want to play, get involved with being an umpire. Cross towards a few. Bouncing ball. Turnbull.
It's key just for the Storm to lock it up here for a couple of minutes, you'd think. Just nullify Alfie Cullen starting to get involved a little more so. Just kind of wrestle things back into this side of the field.
Duggan's been good. The handball came up from Welling. Quick rush kick. Over the top came Burgess. He's a big unit. Now a chance for Harley Burgess. Maybe a different Burgess. Maybe they're related. Maybe they're cousin. Rush kick by Gorringe is a real little dinky one. Stays inside. Burgess gets there first, then wrestled off a man, and now it came over the line.
Burgess wants a little slice of both of them.
Look at him. How's that fresh mullet? We got the Huon Salmon hand delivered by competition manager George Callis again. I reckon the old downstairs might need some of that too, George. The directors who are working really hard here with creative imagery. He's done a magnificent job, George Callis, getting 185 games of footy in the culmination today. Shout out to the executive of the SFL and all of our sponsors who have kept this running. Burgess couldn't quite get there. Through the ball came. Burgess just kept running. Now a chance as we see an umpire pull out a free kick here. It's going the way of the Huonville Lions. It'll go to Hamish Burge.
3.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. The Lions 5-7-37 lead the Southern Storm 4-7-31.
Burgess kick up to Thorpe McCulloch. Wheeling around on the right boot, sends it in the Cullen direction. Look at him. The freight train came out and just left the passengers behind. Quick kick. Now a chance for Thorpe McCulloch. He sells a lot of candy. Take him to the shop. No. Through from behind.
Had the dancing shoes on their tubes.
He certainly did. Long kick came out towards Polly. Got in the way of his own teammate there as a player down behind play in Luke Clifford, but he seems to be okay on his feet now. It's a 7-point margin, the Huonville Lions. Boundary throw in. Sculthorpe punches across the line. 2 and a bit minutes to go until we get another break here in the Southern Football League Banjo's Bakery Colts SFL Grand Final. Turnbull. Polly, so strong, gives it back to Turnbull. Turnbull's kick really high, looking for Fraser Polly going back with a flight. Chance now for Lovekin. He gets tackled with a footy and it's holding the ball. Great tackle by Big Polly. He's had a chance in the ruck. Now they get back. There's numbers back for the Huonville Lions. He's backing himself here. I like it. Why not? Have a shot, son. He gets called to play on. Goodness me. Through the fingertips. Chance at the back. Tackled hard. Umpire says play on. No.
Good tackle. Good footy all round.
Gee, they love one here, wouldn't they? As looks like Caldwell's hurt himself.
Looks in some discomfort.
Yep. He's right. Just a little ankle there, so the umpire now will ball it up. As keep an eye on Caldwell. Ruck contest out the back. Chance here. They rush. Yes, they'll be happy to rush that one across the line. Let's take a look at the injury to Caldwell. A little innocuous there, but margin just 6 points. So the short kick came out to Richards. We've got about a minute to go. Long kick from Richards. Polly flew high, through fingertips, got the handball back to Polly. Polly's handball over the top. Gill wheeling around, bends one back towards goal. Didn't have the legs on it, went the double fister. Dangerous stuff, Caldwell. Now a chance for Duggan, who got annihilated. Caught one in the snout. Sculthorpe happy to see it across the line.
Duggan has been levelled there. But he's back on his feet, good to see. Another wee big for Gill this morning, and this game's tied up.
Well, he told me, no, it was actually Jackson Richards that has 6 Weet-Bix for breakfast as Polly rushes one and, right on the line, Hendricks doing what a good defender does and plays the quarterback role. Last man in defence, the goalkeeper. Sculthorpe! 6 seconds. Someone needs to talk to him and let him know. Have a shot, have a shot. There's the siren. So it'll take everything to get this game back to level peggings. Currently it stands, the Huonville Lions 5-8-38 to the Southern Storm 4-8-32. In comes Sculthorpe for his third. It's not going to have the journey, and it's punched away, so it will be a +6 for the Huonville Lions as we hit 3/4 time. They lead 5-8-38 to the Southern Storm 4-8-32. Goal kickers for the Huonville Lions. It's 2 to Big Alfie Cullen, 2 to Braden Shaw, and 1 to Brock Jacobson for the Storm. Noah Sculthorpe's got a couple. Lucas Polly and Max Polly all have 1 each. It was a 1-goal term for each of them in that quarter. Let's take a look at the highlights of the term. This was strong from Max Polly, just kept his feet in the contest, got the handball up to his brother, cousin, whatever, Lucas, and sent the goal through. It was brilliant stuff, and didn't they celebrate hard? Alfie Cullen did some magic work with some contested grabs in the 3rd quarter. This was a good goal. Tough to kick anywhere, aren't they?
He made it look easy.
Yeah, he did. Didn't he love to celebrate too? Went over to Riley Thorpe McCulloch and said, come on, boys, get it fired up. Anyway, it is 3/4 time here at the Banjo's Bakery SFL Colts Grand Final between the Huonville Lions and the Southern Storm. It's a +6 margin in favour of the Huonville Lions here at 3/4 time. Tubes Taylor, Nick Zammit with you from Triple M. We'll take a break and be right back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. The climax of the SFL Colts Grand Final coming up next, 4th quarter. Welcome back. We're about to get underway for the final term of the SFL Colts season. It's a 6-point margin in favour of the Huonville Lions. They lead 5-8, 38 to the Storm 4-8, 32. My name's Tubes Taylor. Pleasure to have your company. I'm joined by Nick Zammit. What's the message from the coaches there with Scott McQueen for the Huonville Lions?
Just keep playing good footy and find targets inside 50. We noticed that quarter as soon as Alfie Cullen got involved, good things happened. So let's keep trying to go back to the mill on that one.
Yeah, I agree.
On the opposite side of things there, Jackson Simpson. Like the boys are going in as underdogs. You've got nothing to lose, so throw the kitchen sink and everything else with it at this one. You've got a quarter of footy to play in the season.
Nothing to lose for the Storm.
Everything to gain.
And that's a dangerous thing to have, isn't it? When someone's got nothing to lose. This is the fourth term. Just starts in a wrestle. Polly comes over the top of Richards and says, hello. Rush kick goes forward. Kicked off the ground. Oh dear, he got caned there, Clark. Richards sells candy, got caught by Polly. And there's Pettit, just dropped it. Come on. Rush kick forward. Here he comes, the big fella. Turnbull, love to kick a goal. He goes towards goal, bouncing ball. He had a man there, doesn't matter. Lockie Turnbull evens them up at 5-8 apiece.
Huge kick from Turnbull. He has gone the all-or-nothing hero play, and he's got every part of it. Massive kick.
How good is that?
Had a man out the back, but he's put the team on his shoulders there and said, follow me, boys. I'll take you to the promised land.
Wowee.
And isn't he wrapped with it? The big fella's pumped up. The Storm are back in it. Game on.
Wow. It is absolutely game on here at North Hobart Oval. Don't go anywhere. These two clubs have a rivalry that dates generations, and it continues. Oh dear. He's just thrown there, and the umpire's called a dump tackle from the opposite side of the ground. Tom Gorringe will get a free kick. Good call though, you can't dump a bloke anymore. Used to be able to absolutely smash him. Not anymore. Caldwell, good to see he's recovered through the fingertips of Colson. Polly gets one through, rushed kick, bouncing ball, coming out to fist it away. There was the Huonville Lions defender, Turnbull, proving a bit of danger here. Goes forward again through the fingertips of Polly Sculthorpe, has numbers inboard, bending one around the corner. It's a beauty. Call advantage, why not? The umpire says yes, it's goal. Is it a goal? Come on, somebody tell me please. No.
You can't do it, Tubes.
How good was that from Sculthorpe? I just wanted the highlight for the kid. There's got to be communication there, doesn't there? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. It'll be a Polly free kick from the pocket.
That could be a huge decision in the scheme of this game, Tubes.
Not sure what even the free kick was for. Tackle without the ball. Anyway, Polly looks up. Get out of the way. Lockie Turnbull. You're right in the leading zone there, boss. Polly towards goal. It's across the face, through from behind.
Consider yourself very lucky there if you're Huonville.
Let's take a look at the replay down in the replay box there. Off the ball. I think that's play on.
Every day of the week, Tubes. Every day of the week.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. They're in the best spot, the umpires. Fist came from the defender there in front of Burgess. Scooped it up to Thorpe McCulloch. Pollock meets him hard. Did he drop it? Umpire said no. Umpire circles. Ball up at centre wing. It's a 1-point margin in favour of the Southern Storm. They've kicked 5 goals, 9. Richards, Welling, Inside forward 50, Cullen's going to get a look at this. He gives also a handball to a running man in Lovell. Lovell's kick is a real high up and under. Who's at home? Oh, that was brilliant by Brock Jacobson. Was it a mark? He took the grab. The umpires paid it. Let's have a look. The kick came in high from Lovell. It was a wrestle. Oh, Jacobson just too strong. Protected the drop zone. Brilliant. In he comes. And he's missed. He's missed. Oh, nervous times here in the Colts Grand Final. This is the future of the Southern Footy League right here in front of your very eyes.
The barrel.
Barrels. Why not? It's a bit early for barrels. Rush kick inside forward 50. Scooping ball. Stripping the ball there was Polly of the Charlie variety. How many Pollies we got in this team? 1, 2, 3, 4 Pollies.
So I got to 3 and lost count.
You don't do much other than up above 3. Pettit rushed his kick forward. Polly. Pettit does well. Polly tried hard. Then through came, guess what? Another Polly. It's like Parliament.
It absolutely is.
Richards got his kick away. Duggan's been good. Thorpe McCulloch trying hard.
This game is starting to reach its crescendo. 14 minutes to go, Tubes, all tied up.
Oh, Colson did really well. So did that man there in Luke Clifford. Is that another Polly? It might be another Polly. It is.
Odds would probably suggest it is. If you had to have a guess, it's probably a Polly.
4 in 22. That's a lot of Pollies. I think they can register it as a political party, can't they? Colson got it out. Max Polly got his handball only as far as Pettit. Pettit down towards, guess who? Alfie Cullen. Bang. Oh, don't get in front of the freight train. Kicked off the ground. Scrappy stuff now. There's a chance here for Polly, who just throws it away. Umpire on the wrong side. Now comes Richards. His handball to Colson. Colson gets it off to the danger man in Shaw. Shaw's kick gets amongst 4 Pollies. Out it comes now. Gorringe got it away, and it's a mark taken by Wallace. Wallace's kick to centre wing. Oh, that's great defensive work coming out off the lines there from Tyler Woolley. Max Polly's there. Picked up by Shaw. Shaw gets past one. Can't get past Gill. Play on Zakol. Welling throws it on the boot in a rush. Now sitting under the footy. Nice mark taken by Duggan. Duggan's got Thorpe McCulloch all by himself. Decides to rush around and go deep and long down towards Cullen.
That's not a bad
option. He just got on the right end of it. You know what he reminds me of? Plug and Lockett. Just chucking in his area and he'll do the body work. Look at that.
Unstoppable 1v1. Too big, too strong, too good there.
For his 3rd goal, he's kicked 2 goals too. Either any score here will put them in front. And he's drilled it straight through the middle for Alfie Cullen.
Fantastic mitts from Cullen once again, and this time puts it away with 6 big ones. Every point at this stage of the game is worth its weight in gold.
Wow. Margin now just 6 points. What a mark in a grand final.
And doesn't he love it too?
He thrives on it. He absolutely adores this footy club, does Alfie Cullen. The future of the football club, in fact, you might call him. Big forwards are hard to come by. Out comes Sculthorpe, who's just kept running and then throws it on the boot like he's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, no! Couldn't pay the mark. Play on the call, and it's a goal! Bevan Doreen's roved it beautifully and was
What an absolute hummer of a finish we've got, Tubes.
How's that from Sculthorpe off the ground?
He has leathered that.
That's a mark every day of the week. And look at this. Doreen, a name synonymous with the channel and Signet.
Bevan Doreen, cometh the moment, cometh the man.
Wow, what a game of footy we've got. Don't go anywhere. 9 minutes gone in the final term of the Colts Grand Final. Caldwell busted out. Jacobson again, so strong. Handballs off to a running man in Lovell. Lovell's kick goes forward, and here he is. Jacob Richards will go back and have a shot on goal. 30 metres out, he'll kick from. Slight angle. No real breeze at the moment to speak of. But I tell you what, it's game on at North Hobart Oval. You can see how the field is just opening up. Richards to put him in front, and he does it. And they come from everywhere. Huonville Lions 7-9-51 lead the Southern Storm 6-9-45. This is one for the ages as we creep up to the 11-minute mark. Remember, there's no time on, 20 minutes only.
Great throw from Lovell there. Finds Richards, and he does the rest. Splits the hay diddle diddle. 6 points to the good, the Huonville Lions. It really has been a slugfest these last couple of quarters, Stoops, but just the last 5 minutes, things really starting to open up.
It's game on.
Footy.
It is absolutely game on here at North Hobart Oval. Bouncing ball, Wallace can't get there, Duggan can. Wallace ends up the recipient of the ball from Duggan. Out it comes from Welling. He bends one back around towards Thorpe McCulloch and Jacobson and co. Colson gets a hand on the footy. Welling, the cream rises to the crop. He's dumped in a tackle, but going back with a flight. It'll be Gorringe to take the kick from half-back. Through fingers, 1-2. Out the back, a chance now for the Storm to get one forward. Thomas Hendricks dives on the ball and holds it up for the Lions. Sculthorpe wins it down. Polly got the handball off, just threw it back, then kicked the man in the face. Now comes forward. Oh, that was good smother off Shaw's boot, and the tackle laid. It's hot in the kitchen at the moment.
If you can't handle it, get out. There's 8 minutes to go, Tubes, in the SFL Colts Grand Final.
Wowee. One down again by the Lions this time. Scooping ball back towards Duggan. Shaw got his handball out to Richards. Richards with a delightful kick to Cullen. Cullen got punched away by Walter. Now it's a foot race. Who's going to get there first? Thorpe McCulloch gets the ball, shrugs the tackle, looks towards goal. It's not going to make the journey. There's a man there by himself. Bouncing ball out the back. Sculthorpe has time and space. Gives a handball off to Walter. Walter's got a man closing on him in Colson. The tackle came, but the kick got away. Now a chance for this man, Turnbull, inside forward 50. It's a foot race. Getting there first will be Farland. He's got all the time in the world. Oh, he muffed it. Kicked off the ground by Polly. Now, who's going to get there? Gill off the ground, goal! Scores level again. And this seesawing affair continues to give. What a game of footy. 7 minutes to go. Don't go anywhere. What a game.
Fantastic hustle there, and certainly gets the reward. Very much deserved. Look at that pressure on the footy. It's in there. It's locked in. Good things can happen. And that they have. Archie Gill getting on the end of that one. He looks a little bit sore, Gill.
Keep an eye on him.
But he won't be worried. He's got 6 minutes to get through, and he's potentially an SFL champion.
Down it comes, out it comes for Polly. Polly's handball goes over the top, punch back into a dangerous spot. Turnbull really turned it on in the second term. Sculthorpe's had plenty of it too. Bouncing ball, the Lions clear the immediate danger. Who's at home? Shaw. Oh, he beats a couple, got his kick away. It's all Huonville Lions out here. Which way does the ball bounce? It sits up for Welling. He's thrown it on the boot in the slow motion action. Downfield they're asking for. Punch away by the Southern Storm. Out it comes now for Fraser Clark. He can't get it. Welling jumps on the footy and we'll see a ball up.
You mentioned about the cream starting to rise there, Tubes, before. Welling really getting involved the last 5-10 minutes, making his presence felt.
Wow, what a game of footy we're seeing here today. Punched forward by Johns. Richards has battled all day in the stack at 2. And we'll see a ball up. Scores are level here. Goodness me. What a start to the Banjos Bakery SFL Gala Day of Grand Finals here for you on the live stream, wherever you're watching. Kicked off the ground by Johns, only as far as that man. Out it comes now for Burgess. He gets tackled. It was Clark that was smashed in a tackle, and Jackson Richards goes and gives him a pat on the back and says, sorry, mate. Well, 5-minute countdown. I just feel like the next score wins here, Nick Zammit. Now a chance for Duggan out the back. Bending one towards forward line. And Fireland, strong.
Big mark.
Fireland goes out wide looking for Shaw and co.
Great find out in the wing.
Burge looks up, left foot kick to Burgess, through the fingertips. Now a chance, Gorringe throws it on the boot. Who's at home? Fireland came from behind. Quick rush kick, handball was untoward. Nicely picked up by Duggan. He can't get it, and now it's a big tackle laid by Polly, and we'll see a ball up.
Big tackle.
Wow, you just feel on edge, don't you?
You reckon this means something to him out there, Tubes?
Oh, unbelievable game of footy. Rush kick forward by Wallace. Inside forward 50. Polly's got it. He throws it on the handball looking for a teammate there in Sculthorpe. He got a handball away just. Who's down there? There's a man down behind play who looks slightly injured. Sculthorpe through traffic, just threw it away. Now a chance for Duggan to clear the area. Big high up and under, punched away by Polly. Who's at home? No one really. Scooped out the back. Wallace gets smashed in a tackle. And now umpire will ball it up again.
Tubes,
3.5 minutes.
3.5 to go. This is what we live for, isn't it? As sports enthusiasts, moments like this.
This is a great game of football. Through came Walter. Umpire circles, ball up. It is all tied up. All tied up. Nothing really doing here. Duggan can't quite gather. Gave a little handball up, then copped the Sharon in the nose. Bouncing ball out the back. Gorringe versus Thorpe McCulloch. Thorpe McCulloch strong over the foot. He got it up to Richards. Richards' kick goes only as far as Clark. He dropped the mark. Cullen came through. Maybe a hold off the ball. Punched it back. Clearing here. It's all Huonville Lions. Welling can't get it away. Gorringe through with pace. Got a kick to the footy. Now a chance. Gill. All of a sudden he looks all right. Bouncing ball, it sits for him. Got a nice Shepherd. Out the back. Quick kick down towards Polly and co. Front fist came through. And it clears the line. Great defensive work by Paddy Lufkin. And we'll see a boundary throw in deep inside forward 50 for the Southern Storm. They've got 2.5 minutes to go in the Colts Grand Final. It will be another miracle here if the Southern Storm can do it. Here he comes, Turnbull with a kick to a dangerous area. It's all Huonville Lions. Who takes the mark? No one. Out it comes now for Duggan rather. Quick kick forward by Clark into a hot spot. Gee, their bodies flew everywhere. Rush kick came out from Hendricks. Hendricks is kicked to centre wing. Polly gets past one. Got a rush kick. Now it comes down to Turnbull again. Can he get past a couple? He can't. He gave a handball to no one. Is that deliberate? Umpire says yes. A minute 40 to go.
The drama, Tubes. Couldn't be, could it? It couldn't be. 90 seconds to go.
Who's at home? Nice mark, Colson. They've got to be quick. Looking up, he's only got all Southern Storm defenders. Short kick is on. Finds Richards. Richards short to the other Richards. He's got a man inboard with Lufkin. He decides to wheel around, send the ball towards Thorpe McCulloch. Umpire got in the way. Bouncing ball here. The Huonville Lions. Shaw just dropped it. Coming through with pace was Gorringe. Gets a rush kick. It's all Huonville Lions. They need any score will do. The boundary line. We could be going to overtime. Boundary throw in. A minute to go. Goodness me. This is intense. Boundary throwing. Wallace gets it forward. Hendricks takes the mark, needs to move the ball fast. He's got nothing to kick to. There's a man down behind play. The Southern Storm have numbers behind the ball. Bouncing ball, it's going to be scrappy out the back here. Man down is Wallace, he's got cram. Welling got it out, only as far as Burge. Burge's kick, it's dangerous. Who's at home? This has got to be a kick forward by Lovell. Lovell gets tackled. Oh no, out it comes. Setchell gets it back now. Hendricks got a little bit of falconry work. Lufkin, oh no, goodness me, Burgess trying hard. Siren's going to go in 5 seconds. Rush kick goes nowhere. Thorpe McCulloch, it's tied. It's going to be a draw. Extra time here in the grand final of the Banjo's Bakery SFL. Goodness me. Let's cross to MC Brent Costello, who will tell us all about what's happening.
For both sides.
5 minutes each way for both sides, I believe. There's spit all over the place here. I've just shot everything all over the windows. It has just been a nightmare game to call. What an amazing sight we've seen here today. We had blokes with cramp down behind play. We had numbers around the footy. And this is going to extra time. The Huonville Lions 7-9-51. The Southern Storm 7-9-51. After full time, it's all tied up.
Tubes, it doesn't get any better than this, does it? This is footy at its absolute finest. The boys are looking spent. Look at the cramps. Boys cramping up left, right and centre. Get the pickle juice out.
Get them some pickle juice. Whack a couple of bananas into them. Thorpe McCulloch, I felt like the Huonville Lions had their chances to win the game there in the dying stages, but they just couldn't get it done. So, overtime. Goodness me. Let's take a look at the highlights of that term up to date. All tied up. Goodness me, you couldn't believe it. That was brilliant. We love seeing Lockie Turnbull kick that goal. As you said, Nick, a bit of individual brilliance. Alfie Cullen, sensational. All tied up.
Big players step up in big moments, Tubes.
I don't know what to do here. Do you go back to what? I've got a pen for every colour, for every quarter, and now I've got to get a new pen. Look at that. That was an excellent goal by Bevan Doreen. Unbelievable. And then we'll take another look at it. It was brilliantly contested by Fraser Polly. And look at Bevan. Doesn't he love it?
He loves it. And the boys love him.
Richards tied the game.
Big kick.
Or maybe even put them in front by 6 points. And then I think it was Gill that kicked the goal to tie it all up. So here we go. Jackson Simpson, 20 years old, the coach of the Southern Storm. Scott McQueen, a more seasoned campaigner with the Huonville Lions. What are they saying to the Chargers right now?
I tell you what, Tubes, I'd love to be a fly on the wall down there. I think it's just, you've got to throw the kitchen sink. I know you boys are hurt, and I know it's hard. It's been a slog of a game, but you've got 10 minutes to go. You've got to give everything and then some. Find the reserve tank and empty it, because as we know, Tubes, grand final day, there is no tomorrow.
5 minutes each way for these Warriors. And what a game. I'll tell you what, if you're watching in the Rezzies or the seniors, you better step up. So we'll have 5 minutes each way. I don't even know what we're going to do about our clock. We might have an extra time clock. I'm sure Andrew, our director, technical director from Creative Inventory, is whipping something up as we speak. Goodness me, extra time, 5 minutes each way. It is absolutely game on.
If you were listening to Triple M this morning, Tubes, I heard you make your prediction for the seniors as a drawer.
I would have predicted a draw for all of them, to be honest, if I had been.
Well, you're one out of one so far then.
Very much a draw selector. So, do I get the salmon? Huon Aquaculture, one of the sponsors here. I tip the draw. Anyway, here we go. What a game of footy. How good is this? Back in the middle. Extra time in the grand final. You don't see this very often. We're away. Pettit tried hard. Walter got tackled. And it's almost like a reset.
Who's advantage at the moment, Tubes?
Oh, look, I think momentum's a big thing. Richards has been a magnificent contributor all day. Out it comes Gill. Got his kick away. Shaw. Rush kick. Sends it forward, down towards Cullen. Couldn't quite take the mark. Oh, bounces in his arms. He's kicked another one. No. Through for behind.
Could be the winning point.
Clark. Long kick. Goes towards about a heap of pollies. What's the collective noun for a bunch of pollies? A family.
A family. Let's go, a family.
Kicked off the ground. Now a chance for Doreen. Doreen gets pushed off the footy. Nicely done. Out he comes. Hamish Burge got his handball away to Welling. Welling sold to Candy. Then went further forward of field towards Richards and co. Couldn't quite get there. Out it came now. Gorringe just kicked it the wrong way. Which way was he going? Umpire says deliberate.
Well, great bit of play there from Burge and Welling. Great movement, great attacking football, and could it pay off with a big goal here?
And it's right in front of the Huonville Lions supporters group too.
Oliver Colson.
Yeah, he's played some senior footy this year. His dad's a legend of the Huonville Lions. So in comes the little python. He bends it and he's bent it too far. Another behind for the Huonville Lions. So they're peppering the goals. They now hold the ascendancy. It's advantage Huonville Lions. We've got 2 5-minute terms. Walter sends the ball long. Richards sits underneath it. Polly from the back, strong.
Great grab, Max Polly.
He sends it long towards Sculthorpe from Snug. Handball's inboard, nicely done. Now a chance for Duggan. He got held off the footy. Umpire said play on. Thorpe McCulloch has company in Charlie Gorringe, and the umpire will let it go. I like this. And then finally says, we'll bowl it up, thanks, Tubesy. Goodness me. So, just running you through what's happened today so far as the ball comes out for Turnbull. Threw it away there. Welling, inboard. Quick rush kick. Bouncing ball, lands in the arms of Lovell. He smashed it and throws it away. And then it'll be a free kick to Tom Gorringe. Gorringe sends the ball inside forward 50. Polly from behind. Here's Max. He got his handball away. There's numbers in the corridor if he wants. He plays on. He got his handball just. Back to Gill. Gill with a rush kick forward. Bouncing ball for Walter. Through from behind.
Just wouldn't quite sit there, Tubes, but better play from the Storm. Look at the boys. They're dropping like flies. There's a sniper in the bushes. 3 on the ground a moment ago.
Yeah. All got cramp, and why not?
Played their absolute hearts and souls out today. Oh, look at this. More pickle juice, please.
Filan comes out with a long roost to centre wing. Punched away. Polly got his handball up to Duggan. Duggan with a rush bender. Looking for Doreen, and it's out of bounds. To give you a little synopsis of this game so far, at quarter time it was a 4-point margin to the Huonville Lions. Then it's half time, 7 points to the Huonville Lions. 3-quarter time, a straight kick, 1 goal to the Huonville Lions. And at full time, it was scores level at 51 apiece. Now we have 5 minutes each way. Polly got it away. Chance for Gill. He caught one high. Umpire did not see it. Boundary throw-in. The crowd starting to build. It's the gala day for the Southern Football League. Even the runner, Jesse Froster's cramping up the big fella. Duggan with a big tackle. Ball up. Importantly, there's only 20 seconds to go in this term for the Huonville Lions. Bouncing ball. Walter got it forward. Rush kick came out from Jacobson. Sculthorpe, he's quick but not quick enough. 5 seconds to left in the term. Cullen. And there goes the siren. So what do we call this?
I tell you
Fifth,
what.
sixth time?
Yeah, I think that's probably it. I was trying to do the math in my head, Tubes, but I think you're on the money there.
And they just swap and go.
Here we go.
This is it. They just get everyone else out of the way. Forwards becomes backs, backs become forwards, and we're just straight into it. So it's a 1-point margin here.
5 minutes to go. Everything to play for. A point in at the Lions leading the Storm. How's the crowd here? It's electric, Tubes, in North Hobart Oval.
It's absolutely massive. Full time gone, 5 minutes to go in this last term. Out it comes. We've got 20 minutes on the clock, but there's only 5 minutes. Tapping the ball forward. They're going the wrong way again. Now it comes out. Here's a chance for Lovell. Throws on the boot. Cullen's in the right spot. Well done to Walter, who got the ball out to Gorringe. Gorringe's kick. Handball went to Clark. Clark, it's all Huonville Lions. Here comes Walter, the Jack variety. He looks up. He's got absolutely nothing to kick to. So he throws it on the boot and it's out on the full. Great tackle.
Hamish Burge.
Yeah, by the big Burgos. There's Wallace, who had some serious cramp earlier. Sends a torp down to centre wing, bouncing ball over the back for Turnbull. Fist came from Caldwell, through came Polly, gave it off to Turnbull. Turnbull wheels around, he's got Polly long. Polly's not going to get there, or is he? From nowhere! Over the back of the pack, Filan been very good, kept his feet, kept rolling with the ball. Through came Turnbull, jumped on the footy, boundary throw in, no. Umpire says let it go, ball up. Ooh. We're all on our feet here. The crowd are on the edge of their seats. It's a 1-point margin to the Huonville Lions. Gill tackled, ball up. Oh, this is edge of your seat stuff. Richards trying hard.
To state the obvious, but the clock is certainly a factor now as we approach the 3-minute mark to go.
Looks like Richards there just time wasting. There's no time on here. They need a goal either side just to confirm. Richards got it out. Welling kicked off the ground, kept the ball in front. Gee, Brody Lovell stepped up this term. But here we go, a chance now for the Storm as they rush the ball forward. Who's at home? Hendricks, clever tap, but only went as far as Hendricks though in the opposition's colours. Great tackle, is that holding the footy? It is. Great tackle, Doreen.
Great tackle.
Big Bevan.
Harley Burge is waiting in the wings, says no.
Rush kick inside forward 50, bounces off the chest of a player. Polly kept his head, got tackled, DDT'd, umpire circles, ball up. 2 minutes to go. Goodness me, what a game of footy. Seriously, one of the best you'll ever see. Out it comes. Now a chance for Sculthorpe. He got his handball off, tackled without the footy, umpire let it go. And we'll see another ball up. 2 minutes to go. Ooh.
Take a breath, soak it all in. Not very often do you see a finish like this.
Polly wins it down only as far as Richards. Richards gets his kick, it's out to grass. Bouncing ball, Sculthorpe through with pace, shrug past Shaw. Shaw was brilliant! Absolutely brilliant! Braden Shaw with maybe a game-saving tackle. He gets told to slow it down. Short kick onto Colson. Short kick, you can't leave players alone like that.
Well done.
Out it comes for Jacobson. They know there's only a minute to go. Another short kick to Colson. Too much on it. It stays in. Gorringe, rush kick, out on the form. A minute to go. Have a look at this from Shaw. Sculthorpe knew what he had to do. He tried to shrug off, but Shaw with an absolute clutch tackle. Short kick, finds Burge.
Kitchen sink time if you're the Southern Storm.
Numbers here. Thorpe, McCulloch, Gill, Jacobson, tackled hard. They need to go. Richards got a handball out. Play on was the call. Walter, now one last roll of the dice. A kick to space. Now it's a foot race. Does it sit? No, it doesn't. Oh, through he comes Sculthorpe holding the ball. It is. Sculthorpe played on quickly, didn't have to. Now a chance for Doreen. He gives it off. Left it for Walter. That was a great tackle by Hendricks. Umpire says play on. It's all Signet here. They've got numbers everywhere. They just need to kick it forward. Rush kick by Gorringe. They need a mark. Who's at home? Polly can't quite. They've won it. One for the ages here at North Hobart Oval. The Huonville Lions win it by a point in extra time. The Huonville Lions have won the 2024 Premiership in the Colts of the Banjos Bakery SFL. Heartbreak for the Southern Storm. What a game. What a finish. Unbelievable. 11-7-11-53. The Huonville Lions have done it against the Southern Storm. 7-10-52. Two behinds in that term to the Huonville Lions secure them a premiership. What a game, Nick.
Tubes, you couldn't script a better game across both sides. Unbelievable.
I'm hoping you can hear us steaming. Still hear me, Nick?
I can't, Tubes.
Can't hear me? Can't hear me? Hello?
I got you now.
Oh, there you go. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to head down boundary side and try and get some interviews with some of these players from the Huonville Lions. What a game of football. Absolutely unbelievable as I nearly fall down the stairs. That was a finish for the ages. What a game.
You got
as I push past some of the peanuts here. Absolutely unbelievable. What a game. The Southern Storm came from nowhere. They weren't expected to get near them. Let's go and see who we can find. Jackson Richards from the Huonville Lions. What a game of footy. Absolutely unbelievable. For the neutral fans, it's one of the best we'll ever see. How did it feel out there?
Oh, it was unreal, Tubes. I'm just lost for words. I'm buggered.
They came at you too, the Southern Storm. Were you expecting that today?
Yeah, I was expecting it all week. I was thinking about it. Like, they're going to come out hard and fight, and they did. They showed up big time.
Alfie Cullen, amazing in the full forward position, kicking 3 goals. Who else impressed you out there today, Jackson?
Oh, Braden Shaw was unreal. Pie man down the back line. Oscar Filan. Oh, just the whole team, lads. They showed up in the last quarter. It was unreal.
What does this mean to your football club to get a Colts premiership?
Oh, go back to back like that in this game too. Just, it's unreal for the club. Unreal feeling. Just lost for words, really.
Congratulations, mate. You're a premiership captain again. Well done.
Thank you, Tubes.
There we go, Jackson Richards. Let's get to Braden Shaw. Braden Shaw, the match-saving tackle there at the end. What was going through your mind?
Oh, I just wanted to get him down, stop the flow of the game, slow it down so the clock runs out.
You had a ripper first term there with a couple of goals, got the boys off to a flyer. What does this mean to your football club to go back-to-back premiers?
Oh, it means a lot. We already said at the beginning of the year that we wanted it real bad, and we followed through.
Who did you have there behind you? Who did you just pick up there?
Oh, it's my little brother, Caleb.
Caleb?
It's his birthday today.
Happy birthday, Caleb. There he is. Give me 5, big fella. The brother of a premiership player. Congratulations, Braden Shaw. Well done.
Thank you, mate.
We'll now cross to Brent Costello for the presentations.
Time to begin the presentation ceremony for today's SFL Colts Grand Final. Congratulations to Huonville Lions premiers for season 2024. Firstly, I'd like to invite Robbie Isles from Banjo's Bakery to present the medals to today's umpires. We'll thank the umpires a little later today. Robbie, I'll get you to stay here and present the VA Geared medal for best on ground in today's final, which has been won by Jackson Richards. And Jackson, as the captain, I'll get you to stay here and say a few words.
Oh, I'm just lost for words, really. It was an unreal performance from both teams on the day. Signet showed up to play and they absolutely flogged us all day. Full credit to the boys, though. They showed up in that last overtime. Just unreal. I don't know what to say.
Congratulations, Jackson. Best on ground today and premiership captain. It's now my pleasure to welcome SFL President David O'Byrne to present this year's premiership medals to the Huonville Lions, starting with number 1, Riley Thorpe-McCulloch. Number 3, Brock Jacobson. Number 5, Caleb Burgess. Number 6, Malcolm Hendricks. Number 9, Patrick Lovekin. Number 11, Tyler Woolley. Number 12, Brody Duggan. Number 13, Braden Shaw. Number 14, Sunil Welling. Number 18, Oliver Colson. Number 20, Brady Harris. Number 21, Thomas Hendricks. Number 22, Oscar Filand. Number 27, Hamish Burge. Number 28, Toby Pettit. Number 30, Brody Lovell. Number 31, Jacob Richards. Number 34, Vice Captain Alfie Cullen. Number 38, Cooper Steshik. Number 40, Lachlan Cordwell. Number 47, Harrison Jones. The captain, number 44, Jackson Richards. And the coach, Scott McQueen. It's now my pleasure to ask David O'Byrne, SFL President, to present the 2024 SFL Colts Premiership Cup to the winning coach and captain of the Huonville Lions, Jackson Richards and Scott McQueen. Please congratulate Huonville, your premiers for 2024.
Well, there they are, your premiers for season 2024 in the SFL Colts. An unbelievable game of football, Nick Zammit.
Tubes, my heart is still pounding. That has been incredible from start to finish, and very deserving winners, the Huonville Lions, but what a performance from the Southern Storm as well.
Absolutely enormous. Thank you so much for your patronage, Nick Zammit. We're going to let you go. You've got to knock off and go and do whatever it is you've got to do on your Saturday, but thanks for your time, Nick.
It's been a pleasure. All the best for the rest of the day, Tubes, and enjoy the broadcast listeners.
Yes, we've got the Banjo's Bakery SFL Reserves coming up next. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a few moments for the Reserves Grand Final of season 2024 of the SFL Grand Final here at North Hobart. Tubes Taylor with you. We'll be back shortly.